When you're filming, the first AC and the DOP usually have a very clear idea of what each shot needs to achieve. But sometimes, when you move from a wide shot into a close-up, something just isn't quite working. The angle's off, the eye line feels wrong, the frame isn't telling the story as clearly as it should. And very often there's a simple fix. You raise something up. First point of call, 2/4/6s, 2-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch. They're easy to make, just cut wood, screw them together, job done. I've painted mine so they don't reflect in windows and blend in. In this scene here, I've raised the table slightly, and that small change completely improves the composition and storytelling. C-stands, another tool on set. They're called C-stands because Century Lighting in New York originally made them, and the name just stuck. They're not just for lights and flags, you can rig off them. I've put a bit of dingle to get a dapple of light. Dingle being short for dingle dangle, dangling something in front of the light. They're incredibly versatile, but they're not always the answer. Apple boxes. Back in the day, apples were transported in wooden boxes, and people started using those boxes on film sets, and that's where apple boxes come from. They're basically the multi-tool of film gear. You can stand on them, sit on them, cheat the height of an object, use them for a base for a slider, support a dolly track. Simple wooden boxes, but absolutely essential. So I decided I needed my own set. Mistake number one. I thought I'd be clever and buy the ones that stack inside each other. Save space, tidy truck, job done. Yeah? No. They arrived damaged, no big deal. I thought a few screws, easy fix. But here's the problem. Because they stack inside each other, they're slightly different sizes. I didn't think about that. Which means you can't really use them properly. Great for storage, useless for actual work. So I decided to build my own. I thought, how hard can it be? The reality is you need accuracy, dead straight cuts, clean edges. I don't have a table saw or a router at home, so I went to my local timber supplier, got the wood and used their free cutting service. A big machine, perfect cuts. I'm also doing this on a budget. Standard apple boxes are usually 18mm ply, but I wanted mine lighter and cheaper, so I went with 12mm hardwood ply and added a centre brace for strength. Strong enough to take the weight of a dolly, but light enough to move around. Once everything was cut, I varnished the panels to protect them. Then I sprayed the number inside so I know they're mine. After that, it was just gluing and pinning everything together. Honestly, I thought I was being clever. Which brings me to mistake number 2. I only had a 44mm hole saw and didn't want to buy a 3mm standard drill bit, so I thought I'd just make the hand holes bigger, easier to grab. Turns out bigger holes, less strength. Stand in the middle, yeah, it might snap. There's a reason the standard holes are much smaller. Learn from my mistake. I know the grit department have proper apple boxes, so I thought I'd make one. I had some foam and some fabric and a bit of time, so I made my own seat. What I didn't realise, I've also made something else, a grovel pad. It's called that because when people are kneeling on a hard surface but the camera isn't looking at their knees, this saves them. Very popular with anyone who values their knees. Then one day on set, I noticed someone using a small square box, shorter box. They were standing on it, sitting on it, resting their boom mic. Turns out it's called a boom box because when the boom poles rests in it when it's extended. And I thought I had wood left over from building the apple boxes, so I decided to build one more thing. I worked out the measurements, added a large cut so I could access the inside, varnished it to match the apple boxes, and painted it black inside. Added a rubber mat on top for grip when standing on it, and a handle for carrying, and rubber feet underneath to keep it stable. I even considered stapling the rubber in place, so I sprayed some staples black, but in the end I decided against it. It's strong enough to stand on, with a small compartment inside, somewhere to stash batteries, tapes and bits and bobs. Quick side note, Bongo Ties. One last thing worth mentioning, a lot of people use Velcro for cables, which is fine, but Bongo Ties are brilliant. Multiple uses, quick to grab, super durable. You always see DIT and cable wranglers with a bunch clipped on their belt. Highly recommend having some in your kit. So there you go, my slightly chaotic journey to building the perfect apple box, and a box I didn't know I even needed. You learn the hard way, you adapt, you improvise, and somehow it works. Thank you for watching, goodbye.